Hello, everyone, and welcome into Hanabi here on the Sorcerer Network. So, this is a fireworks game, so we're going to do a little 5-part series at the beginning of July here, since it is 4th of July. So, this is a really fun game in which is a cooperative game in which you are, so I'm going to say these two are two. So, I'm going to try to explain this while while this is going on. So, I can see my opponent's cards. And on our turns, we have a limited number of clues. You can see we have 8 clues. You can either play a card or give a clue to your opponent. And you can either say that all of these are ones, or all of these are twos. Here are the cards that are this single number, or here are the cards that are this single color. So, what the goal is to try to give your opponents clues to which card should they play when. Really would have loved it if you would have played that, but that's fine. Now the good news is there are multiples of 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s. There are not multiples of any 5s. And so, you have to be careful in what information you give your partner, because you want them to be able to play the correct cards. So as you can see, like, he discarded that 1. Doesn't matter. I've already played it, or I have played it. So, Yep, and he's saying, no worries. So that's the thing about this game, is you can get away with in chat. Like, technically, you could, like, completely cheat on this game. But for the most part, when you don't mark a card, you want to discard the oldest card first. So I'm going to say this card's a 3 because he just discarded that 3. There's only 2 blue 3s. So in order to get 1 through 5, we have to save this card. So what I am telling my opponent here is, that is a card that I want you to save. Whereas when I'm not marking these cards, I'm saying, these cards do not matter. You can discard them. So, like, discarding this 4. We don't need this yellow 4 right now. Now, if the other person has the other yellow 4, we want to mark that and say, don't discard this. So what my opponent is saying right now is, this blue card that you just drew, that's the one to play. That is so when you draw a new card and you mark it as blue, even if there were other blue things, my opponent is saying, or my partner is saying, play this. Okay, so what I want to tell this person is that I really want to tell him that these 2 cards are white. However, if I say these 2 cards are white, he's going to play this one, which is fine. But he could also think that, oh, you're going to play this one, and then this is the 3. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to tell him that this card's blue. Let's play this card. So then I can tell him, hey, this card's green. And so what I'm telling him is, this is the green 2. You should play this. Now, because he has not marked these cards, I am going to say, nope. But now what I need to do is, because I have discarded this 3, I need to tell him that this card is a 3, don't discard it. I do not mind if he discards either of these 2 cards, because we've already got the 2. So I don't have to worry about that. I'm very curious on why he decided to do that. He's writing something, and I'm really curious on why that was the decision that was made. Because what I was communicating is that that's a 3, you should keep it. And these cards I'm not marking, I'm saying throw them away. So I'm curious as to why he decided that the 3 marking before discarding position means the card is playable. So I assume that was green to discard because you have the same card because you have the same card marked already. I was meaning that that card is one to save, since I just discarded the yellow 3. So, this can be a little bit of a communication struggle. So, like, I'm going to discard this one. It's a blue 2. Don't need it. But I guess what doesn't make any sense, but better to mark when it comes to discard position to save. Okay. Makes sense. I think that makes sense. Zoom is the nice thing about this game is you can get some Zoom is being very, very polite in this. Some people get really upset in this game when you screw with them. And so whatever. I stand by my play. In that case, I would still discard the marked card, or the unmarked card rather than the marked card. Because again, not marking a card in this game says, I don't need to tell you what this is because it doesn't matter. we can get rid of this card. It really does not matter. So, okay, I would say I'm hopeful that my opponent is going to, or my partner. I keep saying opponent, like he's working against me. So this implies to me that this is the 3, and now I can communicate to him that this is a 4, is what I'm hoping. He really should discard this card. Is really what he should be doing. He could also play this too. Okay. So I have all those 5. So I'm going to discard this one because I have to. We have no more clues left. I could not give him a clue. Great. Okay, so I'm going to tell him that these 3 cards are white. And I'm hoping that he reads me correctly in saying that that is the 4. Wonderful. And so the good news about this is I know this is the 5. And the good news is whenever you complete one of these, you get a clue back, which is very, very helpful. Okay, so I'm going to discard this one. So again, like I want to tell him that this 4 is a 4 to save, and I prefer to go like along the lines of give the information out as quickly as possible. But he clearly goes along the wait till it gets to the discard point and then go from there. This is one of the issues with this game online is that it very much requires that you and your partner are on the same page. Whereas again, like I thought, oh, we have 8 clue tokens left. So let's see here. I am going to say that this card is a 2. I don't want to give him like too much information here because I like this is going to be a tricky thing here. I want him to discard this 4 so then I can tell him that these 2 cards are 4s. But I'm going to say this card is white. You can get rid of it. Like that clue is useless, but I don't want to give him a clue here. Okay, so these 3 cards are red. What I am saying is that this is the card to play. And then what I can tell him is that these 3 cards are 4s. This yellow 4 doesn't make a difference because we cannot complete the yellow firework. Okay, so I'm just going to discard this because I know that that's a discard one. but we should be able to complete a fair amount of these, which you can still, like, quote unquote, win. It's not a perfect game, which is the goal, but you can still, again, win on win by, you know, playing. It's so, like, this is a victory. It's considered amazing. I need to look up what the points are. Again, a good YouTuber would have done that before. But yeah, it's all based on how many points you have, how many misfires. So if you were to play a card and it's not in the correct order, it's a misfire. We didn't have any of those. We just discarded too many of the thing. Yes. Thank you for the advice as well. All right, so we're gonna do a 5-part. Hopefully that kind of makes sense. You know, with these games, I tend to just kind of go in on the fly and not really like explain beforehand. So we'll do this. You know, we're gonna release this the 1st through the 5th of July, right around the 4th as fireworks are going on. So hopefully you're having a happy 4th. So yeah, this is a really fun game. Hopefully we can showcase a perfect game for you. I've done it. I've gotten really good at getting a perfect game here. So hopefully we'll be able to showcase that for you. All right. Thanks so much for watching. We will see you next time.